Figure this out here. Jalen Hurts signs a contract for $40 million a year for 3 years. And get this, say they come to him and go, Big Sills, National Football Show, hour number 2. Please hit the like button. Don't forget Merrill Reese, hour 3, 5:30 Eastern time. Jalen Hurts, what's fair? We're going to get to that here in a minute. What's fair? Top 10 Big Sills quarterbacks, our weekly poll on who's playing the best. Like I said, I'm going to need your help on a number 10. I don't have one. I couldn't put a number 10 guy in there. So we'll get to that also, too. Week 7 of the National Football League. Eagles on a bye. By the way, I would say this to you. I've probably been to Petco Park. 150 games? At least 150. There was a time I went 120 games. I've probably been to Petco Park. Kyle Schwarber hit the biggest ball I've ever seen. Dude, I've never seen anything hit that far. That ballpark is traditionally not a very good carrying ballpark for home runs because it sits right on the bay. And that marine layer kind of holds the baseballs from flying out of there. It's like a jet stream in New York at Yankee Stadium. It's the reverse at Petco because of the marine layer that's out there. And it's very hard to hit home runs there. Dude, that guy hit that baseball. I could not believe. Man, it didn't matter if he was in a park, if he was at Petco Park, if he was in Philly. He hit the shit out of that thing, man. Holy cow. Harper's home run too, man, opposite way. Those two guys, man, 2-0 win. Good for them, man. They get game 1 of the NLCS, and Phillies are 3 games away from the World Series. Who would have ever said that? It is totally a story. Before you make the playoffs, you're like, how far? You don't know. Bullpen pitching, always an issue in Philly. By the way, man, that kid Wheeler was spectacular. 7 innings. You might have wanted to left him in for another one, but it panned out for him, and they got it done. Furthest in stadium history, I didn't know that. That thing was a monster shot. I'd never seen anything hit. I know where he hit it, too. Very few baseballs have been hit up there. Crazy home run. Awesome stuff there. Very cool and very good. So before we get into what's fair for Hurts, NFL's going to put Tagovailoa back in against the Steelers this weekend. Hurts gets less because no other team will. Taylor. I'm thinking you're thinking Tyrod Taylor. We're going to get to that here in a minute. So I thought he wouldn't play this year. I'm wrong. I pray for the best, and I hope everything works out. Watch my face. I want you to watch my face. I really hope everything works out. I hope he goes on to a long career. And I hope he's healthy. You don't believe me. You don't believe me. Because I don't believe what I just said. But I'm hoping. I'm hoping. You want to say the right thing. I get it. But you know in your back of your mind what you're really thinking. Here in a nutshell, my friends, is why Big Sills doesn't really do radio, because no one wants to hear that. Watch this. Especially if you're talking. Can you imagine in Miami? Hey, man, I just really hope he has a long career, and I hope he's healthy, which you do. But you know it's not that. It's not ending like this. You just don't want to see anything catastrophic happen. So you're lying, telling people what they want to hear. You know? Isn't that sad we got to do this? And by the way, I'm not saying I don't. You know we do. We all do. We wish him nothing but great health. Your worst enemies, you wish great health. No, buddy, This is sports. It's too minor in life to have hatred towards anyone, I think. I don't even tell my aunt, man. She knows. I get death threats all the time. Come on, it's sports. Lighten up, guy. Okay? Sometimes football isn't for everyone, Joshua says. But what happens is when you see a guy that's skilled and talented and a guy is not healthy, then it becomes becomes more. You know what I mean? Absolutely, the takeaways have been a massive factor. 85. Ray says Hurts wouldn't have the type of success he is having now with most other teams. Most teams want the throwers, and they won't build. Nobody's building around Jalen Hurts anywhere else but Philly. Maybe Baltimore, Tennessee. Okay? Nobody's building around Jalen Hurts. If you put Jalen Hurts on the open market, not a team would come and offer him $40 million. Because you know why? No football team in the NFL outside of the Eagles is complete. He's got a complete football team. He benefits from the organization having the most complete offensive huddle in the league. And it's not a slap or anything. It's the facts. Their old line's the best. Their grouping at wideouts the best with their tight end, and they got the fourth best back in the league. Okay? Alexander says, I hate a lot of people. You know what, Alexander? Why waste that valuable asset that you have in your life for other people that don't mean shit to you? You know? Dude, here's how I handle that. I'll never talk to you again. Trust me. I have family people that I've done that to. I'll never talk to you again. It's how I roll, man. Okay? Tennessee, great fit for him? Would be. We have a unique offense tailored for Jalen Hurts. Absolutely, Steve. I've been saying that all week. It's been one of the most interesting things on how Howie Roseman has built this offense. It's customized for Jalen. Wasted energy, right, Yale? Believe me, people want responses. That's what gets people off. I know it's weird. I don't know. Most people are weird in life. I'm not saying I'm not either. Hey, hit the like button. Now let's do this. What's fair? I think that's a good place to start. Dad says Hurts' only value is in Philly. I don't think that the Miami Dolphins would ever trade for Jalen Hurts. No. They tried trading for Deshaun Watson. They want that style. Let's see. With the Patriots? No. They're happy with the style of Zappy Bailey because he throws the ball more accurately down the field than Mac Jones. So it wouldn't be there. He tried the Wildcat kind of thing, RPO stuff. He thought he was going to go down that line before Brady, remember? Actually tried the Wildcat with Brady. Lined him out wide, brought someone in. I think it was Jacoby Brissett, if I'm not mistaken. Rams, never. Sean McVay's not coaching Jalen Hurts. That's not happening. Kyle Shanahan is not coaching Jalen Hurts. Absolutely not. Hey, Sills, know any affordable hotels in Philly? The one across from the convention center is pretty cool. It's connected to the convention center. I forget the name. I think it's a Marriott. That's kind of where I stay when I come to Philly. I like that. It's kind of centrally located. Some really good places down there. You might want to try that. I think it's the Marriott, if I'm not mistaken. Washington wants a thrower, man. That's the only leverage Hurts would have. So we're in the conversation then, like Dak Prescott was with the Cowboys. The true value is where you are. So why would the Eagles then do this? Offer something that they don't know what the market value is. I'm not suggesting you let Jalen walk through a contract next year and you just tell him to go into it. Or would they? At the end of the year, do you think the Eagles would allow him to go into the offseason and at the beginning of the final year of his contract, you think they offer him something? Or would they start that progress and that process after March 17th, I believe it is? McVay coach golf. Golf's a passer, my friend. He's not an RPO guy. Monster, it's the Marriott? Yeah, I like that place. I stay there, man. I love that joint. Got a great buffet too, man. It's wonderful. It's a great place. It's connected to the convention center across the street there in Philly. I've done a ton of shows there. Seals, how do you think the Eagles would be doing if they had Josh Allen instead of Hurts? Curious. You'd have more turnovers. Joshua, fabulous question. To go along with what's fair for Hurts. Joshua goes, what would Josh Allen do with this offense? There'd be more turnovers. But there'd be more explosive plays. The Eagles don't have explosive plays. That's not an explosive play team. The league's really not this year. Scoring's down 8 points. There's not real big, high-scoring teams like the greatest show on turf any longer. There's no one like this. Kansas, you know why? Because the cap is doing this. What's the thing you notice the most in the offseason? Quarterbacks and top-flight wideouts are not matched together. That's why it's even more disappointing in Los Angeles on what's going on between Cooper Rush and with Matthew Stafford. Instead of spending the money on Allen Robinson, they should have spent money on tackles and offensive linemen, or even drafted more guys in the O-line. They were building the Rams from the outside in, and it's caught up with them. It's absolutely caught up with them. There's no explosive plays in Philly. You don't have the Quez play is one of the ones I remember the most. But other than that, they've been no explosive plays. Goddard's had a couple, but really nothing crazy. Right? You need picks to draft. You're right, Justin. That's the dilemma and the money that they spend, Justin. They're wedged against that cap with no picks. What a dilemma you're in if you're Les Snead and Kevin Demoff of the Rams. Dude, you can't have anything go wrong in Los Angeles. And this year, everything has. You're lucky that you're still in it at 3-3 in the West. You're still in it. And nobody's really taken a leap like the Eagles have at 6-0. Or you don't have another team in that division that's 5-1. The only reason the Rams are in is because Seattle's knocked off more teams than what everyone thought they were going to, and they sit at 3-3, I think. Eagles are second in scoring in a league that's down 10 points almost. Okay? They don't really put up 30 points anymore. I mean, when's the last time they put up 30 points? The Jags? Was that the Jags? Or Washington? I forget. I mean, it's been a few games since they put up 30 points. Hurts is unique. All Hurts critics really couldn't be talking about a quarterback that is playing spectacular. What do you mean just stop? It's getting old. You got to start talking about this shit. We talked about this in the offseason, GT. That we said that by the break, we're going to know whether or not the organization, and everyone said it, whether or not he's won the job. You even said it. We talked about it. Let's get to the break and we'll start talking about Jalen. By the way, this is not a conversation on getting rid of him. This is a conversation on getting to yes. No one's trying to get to no. No one's ripping anything. But if you guys think that for the kindness of their hearts that Jeffrey Lurie's going to go, whatever you want, son, you're my guy, fill in the check blank, and Clutch gets to write their own number in, you're out of your flipping mind. That's not how he does business. This guy's a home cooking guy. This guy is a deals guy. This guy's trying to get lesser value deal. That's Howie's mantra. Howie's not going to pay top dollar for somebody. Dude, I'll tell you what, quite frankly, now knowing his history and how he acts, looking at Howie Roseman and what he did for A.J. Brown and how he gave the contract to Wentz, I mean, it shocks me, actually. What's fair for Wentz or for Hurts? I'm not going long-term with this guy, and nor do I want to if I'm Jalen because of my style of play of football. Don't put me in a contract where my interest rate is fixed. Wouldn't you want to be in a contract where your salary adjusts annually? The only way you get your salary to adjust annually is on lesser deals and you're gambling on yourself more. Figure this out here. Jalen Hurts signs a contract for $40 million a year for 3 years. And get this, say they come to him and go, well, here, it's all going to be on the guarantees. Here, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take less than market value. We'll go between 35 and 40 for 3 years, but the money's got to be fully guaranteed. Let's hypothetically say it's 35. There's 70 and, right? Talking 105 guaranteed. Who wouldn't do that? $105 million guaranteed? I think, isn't that the same number that Kyler Murray got in guaranteed money? Was it a 105? Why would I sign a 5-year contract at a fixed rate at $35 to $40 million when the market's going to go up? God forbid I continue to win too. I've won 11 of the last 12 ball games. We continue to get better. I've given a haircut here so that you can continue to have AJ on the team. And when Devonta's deals up, or you've got to pay money in the O-line, which is the number one O-line in the NFL, which is why you're winning. You're not winning because – let me put it to you this way. You're not winning and being 6-0 because of Jalen Hurts. You're 6-0 because of your offensive line being the most dominant in the league. Let's be candid here. Jalen's improvement has accentuated that more, and he's added to it. But the O-line is clearly – there are so many shitty O-lines in the NFL today. Where would you put Jalen Hurts right now where he would have the success he's having in Philly without that O-line? Where? Cincy? They got the worst O-line in the league. Where? LA? He'd get crushed there. Where? San Francisco? Kyle Shanahan's not coaching that style. He wants to throw the ball down the field. He's a spread offense guy. Show me where he goes where the offensive line is conducive to what he has right now. There isn't a place. There isn't one. Kyler had $160 million guaranteed. I'd want to have that. Somehow structure me to get to 160 guaranteed. Okay? But then again, it's a longer term deal. If I'm not correct. I think that deal's longer, Ron. Okay? I think that deal's longer. I feel Hurts is around 30 to 35 for 4 year, fully guaranteed. 30 to 35. So you want to pay him $120 million in guarantees. I think you guarantee everything for him. Guarantee everything for Hurts. Trey Lance. No, thank you. Want nothing to do with that dude. I don't see it. He might be a great decathlete or something like that. Jump over. What are they? Bison up there in North Dakota? Okay. Great. Another North Dakota guy. Fantastic. I'll pass. A North Dakota guy who plays like what? Baggage handlers and Little Sisters of the Poor. Hey, who did he play this week? Did you see who North Dakota played? Is it North Dakota State? I don't know. I'm not that I care. But it's like, yeah, when North Dakota played, they played Secco on You. Oh, my God, the Secco on You is great, no? Oh, yeah, it's really great. Do you see who else they played? Yeah, they played Squaw Valley. Oh, wow, man. Squaw Valley. No, it's homecoming. Unbelievable, man. North Dakota State. Wentz went nuts. Wentz went nuts on homecoming when we played Chippewa U. It was unbelievable. We played Tiscawa, and, man, the next week, it was unbelievable. Yeah, we played Tiscawa the next week with Wentz, and he went crazy. Went for 390 yards against Tiscawa. It was crazy. North Dakota State. What's the conference called? Let me guess. The Mississippi Valley Conference. I can't say that one. My aunt don't like that one anymore, so I don't do that one. 36 million. You guys are really short, man. Dude, you guys are a little bit short. I don't think they're going to be going in there. 4 years, 175? Fully guaranteed. Let me think here. 4 years, 175. 4 years, 175. 175. What about it, guys? 4 years, 175, fully guaranteed. Four years, 140 out the door. So you guys are now sold that he's going to get his contract. I'm saying how I view it because Murray and Dak were bad contracts, doesn't set the market for me. And DSU played Arizona. Okay. Hey, great. Great. Did they win? They won because Arizona just got good this year, actually. A running quarterback gets hurt and he doesn't throw a lot. He will get lowballed because he only works here. Damn. God, why would you talk truths? Look at what God put up. Running quarterback, get hurt. He doesn't throw a lot of TDs, which means he doesn't score a lot in the passing offense. So you're not giving him the money? Well, you can't let him go. I don't want to let him go. Nope, 28-21. Close one. He's not a running quarterback. Really? No, of course not. That's because he has more. Wait a minute. Does he have more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns? He's a running quarterback. Yeah, but he's fourth in the league. 250. I know. He's got more rushing touchdowns. Does he have more rushing touchdowns in his career than he does passing touchdowns? No. Wait a minute. He had 10 rushing last year, and he had 16 passing touchdowns, which is one of the worst in the league. And this year, he's on pace to have one of the worst touchdown passing numbers in the league. Yeah, would you? He's a passing quarterback. Seventh in the league in passing. Seventh in the league in passing, man. Look at that. Dominic Stat, man. Seventh in the league, 6 TD passes. Congratulations. That guy Allen in Buffalo throws for 6 a game. That's a passing quarterback. That's a passing offense. That's a high turnover offense. You don't have that. You don't have to worry about it. You have a unique offense. You still with the passing. Don't worry. That number will keep coming down. You keep putting them 155 efforts out. Hey, you keep doing 155, 209 or whatever. The number will keep coming down. Don't worry. Hey, 4 passing TD, 6. Wait, 6 passing touchdowns and 6 rushing touchdowns now. There you go. Lucius, thank you for correcting me. Okay. He ain't throwing for 25 touchdowns, bro. He's on pace for 16 touchdowns right now. 25. Where? 30 TDs. Really? We better pick the pace up. Hey, Jalen better pick the pace up. He's averaging 1, which means he'll have 17 touchdowns at the end of the year. Oh, he's on pace for 47,000. What did Xander say? He's on pace for 7,458 passing yards this year and 88 touchdown passes. I'm like, yeah, I know. Now he's on pace for 17 touchdown passes. How you doing? Oh, he's on pace for 17 touchdown passes and 17 rushing touchdowns. Wow. There you go, baby. That's balance. Xander goes, yeah, I said that, knuckle. Whatever. 6 wins, bro. Yeah, I know, man. I got you. Wait a minute. You can't say he's on pace for 17 TDs, but not on pace. Okay, so he'll be the only quarterback in NFL history, Dominique, with 4,200 passing yards and 17 touchdown passes. Never seen that before. I've never seen that. There's no way he hits 4,000 passing yards when you don't have a scoring offense. You do not have a passing scoring offense. You're not hitting 4,000 passing yards. Well, we're on pace now. Okay. Well, you got 11 more ball games to go, kid. We'll see how it works out for you. Okay. We'll see how that works out. He's got 17 touchdowns. I know. So what? Bro, you make no sense? Well, here, I'll spell it out for you. 6 TD passes in 6 games, Dominique. I know you're probably limited in math. Translates into 17 touchdown passes and 17 rushing touchdowns if it continues according to your style, and 4,200 passing yards. So you're telling me he's going to kick it up in his passing touchdowns and he's going to maintain the 4,200 pace. But yet right now you won't listen to your own logic. 17 touchdown passes. The Eagles do not score in the passing game. And by the way, the Washington game is hiding some deficiencies in the fact that you guys aren't getting home defensively. Okay. Outside of that, you're not getting home. Well, we'll use the Dominique theory. He's on pace for 32 sacks. He had 29 last year. I don't know. Is that really that much of an increase in your pass rush? Hey, our pass rush is really looking. No, it's not. Washington game alone. Rest of it has been, you've been getting quarterback hits. Spike 23, you're angry. No, I'm not. I'm thinking about a couple Coronas right after. 2 TD passes versus the Cowboys. Yeah, put it up, that total up to 6. Love it. Okay, I love it. He might have less this year than he did last year. Can you imagine? 4,000 passing yards, 15 touchdown passes. Whew. I'd be like, I don't know, man. That might hurt you in negotiations. That might hurt you. Hey, it threw for a lot of yards. So did Kirk Cousins. Didn't you guys tell me that? Bet 4,000 yards passing is easy. We'll see. We'll see. If Jalen Hurts throws 5 TDs in one game, then what would you say? Oh, I'd say this. That's a miracle. Dan, 3,100 pass, 800 plus last year. Yeah, I know. I know. And he still had 16 TD passes. 24 TDs. Got to pick it up a bit, don't you think? Unique. Correct. I agree with that. I'm having some fun here. I'm having some fun. You guys, hey, Monster, you know I am too. Would you say Jesus criminy, please? Jesus criminy. Yes. I can't use the Lord's name in vain. What are you, nuts? I'll drop an F-bomb before I take the Lord's name in vain. Jesus criminy, yes. I can't take the Lord's name in vain. No good. You know, when I was a young kid, I never swore in my grandparents' house either. Okay? Everywhere else, man, I swore like a truck driver, man, but I could never swear in my grandpa's house. Hey, what do you think this is? I got it, Grandpa. It's all good. My grandfather didn't like that. Hey, what's up there? I'm like, I'm sorry. You know, I come home from college, you know, swearing like a truck driver. No way, man. As soon as I walked in that house, that ended immediately. It's the only place, too, man. Jack Wagon. Yeah. Kirk Cousins won't win, but Jalen will. He's 5-1, too. Yeah, we beat him. I know. Hey, does Kirk Cousins have more passing? Let me see what Kirk Cousins' stats are. Oh, my God. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me. Oh, my God. Let's see what Kirk Cousins' stats. Let's see what he has going on this year so far. Kirk Cousins, who you guys think's a bum. Holy cow, look at that. He's only got 3 more touchdown passes than what Jalen does. Woo! He does have 1,500 yards passing. Let's see, what did he have last year? Oh, he's got 104 rating. Look at old Kurt, 66.67 and completion percentage. Woo! 5-1. Look at this guy. Let's see what Jalen Hurts has here. This ought to be interesting. Jalen Hurts stats. I don't have to go by last year. Cousins had 33 touchdowns and 7 picks. I know what he did. Junior. I'm sorry, I had to do that. Where's Hurts? He's so limited in his career. Oh, here it is. He's 15-10. Look at this, man. He's got 6 TDs. He's got a couple more yards, even more. Hey, I'll make a bet with you. Cousins throws for more yards than – who wants to make a bet on this? Who throws for more yards? Right now, Jalen Hurts has 15-14, and Kirk Cousins has 15-09. You want to make a bet that Cousins has more passing yards than Jalen Hurts by the end of the year? I am giving you Jalen stats. There they are, 15-11, 6 TD passes. Look at that, man. 6 TD passes. 98 quarterback rating. Wow. Get this, he's got half as many yards right now as he did a year ago. Man, he's on pace. Seriously. It's impressive. Yeah. Total TDs. Now, passing TDs. We're talking about passing TDs here. That's what you're going to be paid on. Buffalo Bills aren't paying Josh Allen because he runs the ball. They're paying Josh Allen because he throws that thing around. This guy, he throws it like he's a javelin thrower. This guy's like he's got a reel in his hand. Here's Josh Allen. Here's Jalen. Like he throws a grenade. He's getting better, though. It's not a grenade anymore. It's more of a tomato smasher. I'll make that bet. Okay. I got Cousins throwing for more. Barring an injury. Monster. It's okay, man. He's getting there. Okay. He's getting there. You know, it's more here now than it was last year. This was like, Jalen was like, this is how Jalen threw the ball a year ago. Jalen was like, you know how you skip a rock on the water, on the lake? You know, it was more like this. You know, now it's more like this. He's getting better at it. Running quarterbacks, 17 passing stats. Don't lie. Okay. 6 TD passes. Good night. I love you, Dan, but for a guy who had more stats on the Orlando Thunder, you're one to talk. I'm not talking about me. Oh, you bring this back to me? How? How do you even tie that in? Come on, Sills. Give Jalen his props. He's 6-0 and he's really playing better, and it's impressive to watch. Okay? Bet on that undefeated season? Yeah, I'll bet on that. I'll put that up there. We got Dan Marino, who's wearing number 1 in Philly. Really? 12 total TDs. 6 touchdown passes. Oof. High-flowered offense, man. That's a high-powered passing offense. I mean, it's killing it. 7th in scoring. No, you're not. You're not 7th in scoring, passing. You're not. Okay? Hurts will make a Brady discount for a better team. You better run that by Clutch, Blunt. You might want to run that by the guys over at Clutch Sports. Hey, what do you think, Jalen? So wait a minute. Just as an agent and a person who handles Jalen Hurts, and you're paid to be, as Tony Montana would say, the bad guy. You think as an agent, I'm going to walk up to Jalen and go, Jalen, as your professional advisor, before I go to Howie, I think we should take less. Dude, you're fired. You're freaking fired. Well, if you want to really win, dude, you're not the coach. You don't know what is in the best interest of my family. I do, not you. You rep me. I don't work for you. I paid you to be a jackass. Go back in there and be a wolf and not a sheep. Yeah, but I think it's in the best. What do you guys think? Clutch Sports ain't going to. Dude, their reputation would be out the window. Clutch don't get you the best deal. They work with the teams. I don't think Maverick Carter and them dudes are doing any of that. Hey, so what do you think, Jalen? The market price for a quarterback right now is $45 million. I think we should take 32. What do you think? You're fired. Get out of here. Next. I'll go to Jimmy Sexton. He'll get me $45 million. I'll go to CAA. They'll clearly get me $45 million. I'll get Ralph Sindrich or Lee Steinberg to get me $45 million. Hey, let's take less. I think Jalen will take less because why? He likes Philly. Hey, I'm sure he does. We're talking about generational wealth here. It's not how you do business. You think the NFL owners, when they were building Lincoln Financial, Jeffrey Lurie went like this? Think about this, guys. How people are talking about Jalen Hurts and Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman. I could guarantee you Howie Roseman did this when they were building Lincoln Financial. Hey, you know what? Whatever the overruns are and whatever the, overcosts are, I'll pick it up. Don't worry. I love Philly. We're the Eagles. Hey, if things go bad, you know what? There's an overrun. I got the charges. Shit. I don't even have to look it up. I bet there was a clause in there. City picked that bitch up with bonds. Yeah, we're still paying taxes, Big Sills. Oh, really? Yeah. Hurts is living rent-free and Sills is mine now. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. When I'm drinking my Coronas at night and I'm 4 into them, first thing I'm going, hey, man, that Jalen Hurts guy, he's making me I can't believe it. I don't think that's on my mind. Hurts has 12 touchdowns and 7 to passing. There you go. No. He has 6 touchdown passes. No one cares about that other shit, rushing touchdowns. When you're talking about paying a quarterback. You're talking about winning, it's different. Like a Garoppolo. He does what it takes to win too. But when you're talking about these elite arms and these elite quarterbacks, you're paid on how you throw that thing around. And he don't. That's why it's going to be interesting to see how they put a value on him. I'll bet you $10 million they insult him with the first offer. Remember I said that. You think they're coming in high? Yeah. Oh, man, this is going to be heartbreaking for some of you. Especially if he continues to win like this. You're going to have your heart broken. Shit, man. You had a guy get this. How about this, Xander? So Jimmy Garoppolo takes the team to the Super Bowl, and you know what they do the next year? They draft a quarterback in the first round who went to the Super Bowl and is 40-17. Went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, but he won, Sills. He's unique. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They ain't paying him. They drafted a guy right behind him. And they tried to get Brady. Hurts is making you look wrong every day. No, he's not. 6 TD passes. Good night. Thank you, Carl, for participating. And you can put your merit badge on. I'm taking the rest of the day off. The worst fool is the loud one. Absolutely. The loudest guy in the room is usually the weakest guy in the room. Hey, Sills, I think Hurts deserves a contract, but the thing is, I worry about him as a Cowboys fan. It's the same deal going on with Jackson in Baltimore. I completely agree. I think that to me, I'll tell you this. 2 guys that when I watched play last weekend, I have big concerns on. One of them is Josh Allen. Bro, duck, slide. Stop taking them freaking hits. I would rather have Josh Allen throw the ball out of bounds and not get a first down than take some of those hits that he took in Kansas City. You're going to get killed, kid. Your career is going to be over before. There was a guy back in the day by the name of Burt Jones. He played for the Baltimore Colts. And this guy Jones won an MVP. He was an LSU quarterback, and he looked like the new RPO kind of guy who was going to revolutionize in how you played the game because Burt Jones ran a lot, but he was accurate. He was a really good player. And I was a kid, and I was like, this guy is unbelievable. What happened? Of course, he got hurt. And that was the end of him. Okay? That stuff does not have high ceilings. Look at all the guys. Nobody plays effectively that is an RPO quarterback in the league 10-plus years. Not even Vic. Not even Vic. How about this? And I keep saying this to you guys. Jalen Hurts is not Michael Vick, and Michael Vick didn't win. He's not better than Vic. Stop it. You would never. What would Michael Vick do on that team with that loaded offense? Boy, I'll tell you, that would be scary.